Get ready. Start. The mutation proceedings, being of a summary nature drawn on the basis of position, do not decide any question of title, and the orders passed in such proceedings do not come in the way of a person in getting his rights adjudicated in a regular suit. Stop. It is for this reason that it has consistently been held that such petitions are not to be entertained in exercise of powers under Article 226 of the Constitution of India. Stop. The consistent legal position with regard to the nature of mutation proceedings, as has been held in the previous decisions, may be stated as follows: para. Mutation proceedings are summary in nature, wherein a title of the parties over the land involved is not decided. Para. Mutation order or revenue entries are only for the fiscal purposes to enable the state to collect revenue from the person recorded. Para. They neither extinguish nor create a title. Para. Mutation in revenue records does not have any presumptive value on the title, and no ownership is conferred on the basis of such entries. Para. The order of mutation does not in any way affect the title of the parties over the land in dispute. Para. Such orders or entries are not documents of title and are subject to decision of the competent court. Para. A question would, however, arise as to whether any exception can be carved out to the aforesaid settled position with regard to non-interference in matters arising out of mutation proceedings in exercise of powers under writ jurisdiction, and if so, what would the facts and circumstances under which a writ petition may be entertained in such matters. Para. The circumstances which may persuade a court for exercising writ jurisdiction to entertain a petition arising out of mutation proceedings were considered in a decision of this court in Radheshyam and others versus State of UP and others, 2013 within bracket 7 ADJ 71, and it was observed as follows: para. Although it is settled that mutation proceedings is fiscal in nature and the orders passed therein do not decide the right and title of the parties, therefore, the orders passed therein being summary in nature, writ petition would not be maintainable, but here in this case, since there is jurisdictional error, therefore, the writ petition would lie against such orders, where revisional court has failed to exercise the jurisdiction vested in it. Stop. It may also be noticed that although the orders deciding the mutation case do not decide the right and title of the parties, the judgments rendered therein are not binding upon the courts deciding the title of the matter, but it may be kept in mind that the person whose name is recorded in the revenue record can transfer the land through registered sale deed, gift deed, etc. In case the sale deed is executed only because of recording of name without there being any valid title, the remedy, for the aggrieved person would be to file a suit, but for cancellation of sale deed, not for declaration of right, which would consume a very long time, and in the meantime, even the nature of the land may be changed. Further, the possession would be enjoyed by the persons in whose favor an order of mutation has been passed, or the transferee without there being any valid title, and the person having a valid title will become a loser, bracket open, sick loser, bracket close, for the years together, and in some cases, if the land has gone in the hands of mafia or musclemen, the rightful owner may not be able to get the fruit of litigation during his lifetime. Stop. These contingencies and situations of the cases, although may not have legal weight, but the factual metrics and the reality of the same cannot be brushed aside while entertaining writ petitions against the orders passed in mutation cases. Stop.